Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. All right, guys. I love bringing cars that we never seen in our lives. Most likely, unless you're from Brazil, unless one of them were exported to your country. Maybe you never seen this car, which I'm gonna include myself in the group that I never seen one before. What we got for you right now, it's a 143 scale. I'm gonna wait until it goes around because the name of it is quite rare. And I don't want to mispronounce it because I hate mispronouncing models. But this is a 143 scale, 1967 Willys Itamaraty. Itamaraty. Now, this is a Brazilian made Willys. A few Willys were built in Brazil. They had obviously a connection with Willys from North America. A few brands had that in Brazil, not just basically it says here the aero tooling went to Brazil, where from 1960 all the way down to 1971, the aero, the 2600, the Temerati, and the executive models were produced. I guess they had four different models that Willis produced in Brazil from 1960 all the way down to 1971, and they were sold throughout Ford do Brazil, which basically dealerships. They were sharing the dealers from Ford to sell the Willys models, and they stopped making the Willys when Ford Maverick, when the U.S. Ford Maverick, the U.S. version of the Ford Maverick, entered the Brazilian market. By the way, altogether, all of these models that I mentioned, the Arrow, the 2600, the Itamaraty, which is this one, and the Executivo, almost 117,000 models were built. Again, guys, I have to read a bit of the information because I'm not familiar with the car, but I have to say it screams American. It's not just American. It gives me half American, and let's see if you agree with me, guys, and half Russian. I don't know why it gives me those bigger. What was it? Vaz? I think it was called Vaz, the brand that had those bigger Russian cars. It just gives me the bulkiness of the Russian cars and also the American cars. So a little bit of both. A little bit of both. But I like it. I like the rear end, believe it or not. The front end does remind me of other models that I've seen, and especially the front end gives me a lot of the Russian cars. And the rear end gives me different. The rear end, the long horizontal taillights doesn't really bring me other vehicles right now in mind. But I like it. I really like it. I wish I would have seen them in person because I like to admire these cars. Now, engine wise, guys, they had horsepower. I'm not even sure how much were in CCs, like, but the horsepower they had a 90 horsepower, 110 or 132 horsepower. Quite a small car. Again, they were built. Okay, the Aero 2600 and the Timarati were the same model. There it is. It just, I guess, depends on the, the scale of the model that you are buying. Probably one were less luxurious than the other, but the same shape and form. Because I'm looking at a picture of the Aero 2600 and it's literally the same model. Quite interesting, quite rare. Again, I wish that I see one in person, and if I get to drive one of them, will be my dream. Because I don't know how big car with a smaller engine, how well they drive, or how responsive can they be. All right, guys, I'm gonna go around a few times, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So, what do you guys think about these weird, strange models that I'm bringing to the channel? Isn't it quite? I find it interesting because I'm not expecting to, even myself. Maybe a month ago, because I only got this model not too long ago. A month ago, I would probably never knew I would have this car in my channel or in my collection. But I'm super happy I do it because I found it and I'm glad I do. I do have it because I don't. I'm glad when I like to expose brands and models that they're not the same. I bring regular common models like the video before this one, which is a Peugeot 206, the the most the best selling Peugeot ever existed, as you remember in the video. And then I'm bringing you one of these cars that are super duper duper rare, at least to the rest of the world beyond Brazil, and maybe it's even to the Brazilian market because they're right now they're classics. There're not that many around, most likely. All right, guys, comment below what you guys think about these cars. Let me know where you guys are from, what you guys collect, and all that. Don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up that I always appreciate. Thank you so much for following me and letting me know what you guys interested in seeing. Don't forget to click and subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button. That will remind you when I'm posting more videos. Take care of yourselves more than ever, and goodbye.